Welcome to a special presentation of the Silentsports video blog. Today's date is October 6, 2022, episode 202, our special MLB 2022 playoff preview show. Thank you for joining me this morning. I'm Troy Westhead. Thank you so much. We'll record this at night, but I decided since I got a few hours off from work, I try to record it now so it could be a full day before the MLB playoffs start with the wild card series throughout the weekend. For 4 matchups, we're going to go through all those. I'm going to give you my predictions who I think will make it to the World Series. I appreciate you guys so much for the support. Got a lot of days coming up this weekend. Just a little bumps in the road. I forgot to re-download My Last of Us, so I gotta re-download that. So I'm gonna try to do that once I finish recording this morning. Hopefully it'll be up around noonish. I'll probably try to do a video today of that. I'm starting to get really into that game, so more of that to come, more Sonic Origins to come. We're going live with that tonight, so that's why I wasn't really worried about doing no video today on that. And I'm starting the boss rushes, even though they're a little bit rough, but started doing the boss rushes as you seen yesterday. And then this weekend we still do our normal Silentsports video blog. I gotta write up my power rankings. I'm gonna post that today. NFL power rankings. We'll go over that this weekend. Look at week 5 games. A lot of big games this weekend as well, with teams trying to find their footing in the NFL as the season just getting really started. We'll look at the NBA preseason started for spring swing, so we'll get into that. So we got a lot to talk about this weekend. It's sports weekend, so we'll do MLB The Show as we're in the playoffs there, and it'll be a Madden video. I gotta re-download that as well. NBA 2K23 and throw the monkey wrench. I only got a 500 gig PlayStation 4, so not a lot of space to play with, so I'll be having to move some games around, delete some games, re-download them. So I'm going to do Last of Us once I finish this recording, then hopefully it'll be downloaded within a decent time before I have to go back in to work today. But thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. I don't have a lot of baseball fans, so I don't know how good this video is going to do anyway, but I love Major League Baseball. I've been watching baseball since the Joe Carter home run for the Blue Jays. Speaking of the Blue Jays, we're going to talk about them a lot in this video. Also, my Atlanta Braves. I got my Atlanta Braves hat on, so I'm supporting my Braves. I really feel good about them going to the postseason. I think they hit their stride. But we'll see if I stick with my original predictions. I had the LA Dodgers making the World Series when I did my preview for the season, and I had the Blue Jays. I liked the Blue Jays going into the season. I still think they're pretty good. You see them with the season the Dodgers has had, but just stay tuned. You'll see my predictions in a second. But of course, with this new format, I know the COVID year they had 8 playoff teams, but this year they're expanding it to 6. So the top 2 teams with the best records, they get sort of a little mini break, a little mini bye. They don't start their series till early next week. So those 2 teams in the American League is the Houston Astros, who wind up with the 1 seed, and the New York Yankees, who are the 2 seeds, so they're not in the wild card round. And it went down to pretty much the last day, but in the National League, well, the Dodgers, ran away with everything, with over 110 wins. They're the 1 seed, and then my Atlanta Braves was able to catch the Mets and win the division. So they the 2 seed, so those teams will be off for the first part of the playoffs. So our wild card teams in the National League, New York Mets and the San Diego Padres, they 4-5. Philly is the 6th seed as they get in the playoffs. Kind of amazing how they hung in there after they fired Mr. Girardi. But they played well and stayed afloat. Bryce Harper was out for a while, so shout out to the Phillies. They make the playoffs. They're the 6th seed. St. Louis is the 3rd seed, even though they won the National League Central. But the Cardinals are a dangerous team. I think they could go far with the experience they have. And it's pretty much the last dance for Adam Ray Wright, Albert Pujols, and Yadier Molina. So Cardinals got a little special feel to them, so I'm a little bit afraid of them. In the National League, in the American League, the 2 wild cards, Seattle winning the 5th seed, Mariners in the playoffs. This first time since 2001, so 21 years they back in the postseason. Toronto Blue Jays are the 4th seed. 3 American League East teams get in. Tampa gets the 6th seed as they sneak in. Well, I want to say sneak in because these teams has been good all year long. And then the Cleveland Guardians turned their season around. They started off slow, but they wound up winning the Central. But they are the 3rd seed, so they would have to play in this wild card round. But they do get home field, and the way the wild cards is, the top seeds get home field. It's the best of 3, so all 3 games is in that home team stadium. So Mariners have to be in Toronto for 3 no matter what. Tampa, same thing against Cleveland, even though Philly will go to St. Louis for 3. Well, best of 3, and San Diego at the New York Mets for a best of 3. Alright, so let's get into the predictions, what I think is going to happen here. Let's start the American League. This series, this Tampa Bay Rays and Cleveland Guardians series, to me is a coin flip. And I think also whoever wins Game 1 will have a real huge advantage. So Game 1 is very, very important in these little small 3-game series. But and so I could argue for both of these teams. But to be honest with you, I think Cleveland just playing a little bit better baseball. And I think in this small little series, that's going to matter. I think the Guardians, that's probably going to happen until I don't talk about it no more. I think the Guardians will get by the Rays. I think this might go 3 games, the full 3 games though. I don't see Tampa get swept. Seattle at Toronto. Now, I like the Mariners. I think they had a great year, but I think the Blue Jays, and I think they will win both games. I think they will take Seattle out in 2 games and move on to the ALDS. So I got Cleveland moving on, and I got Toronto moving on. I just think the Cleveland-Tampa series will go to 4-3. National League, Mets, Padres. I think the Mets also will make quick work of the Padres. The Padres sort of limped in the playoffs. To me, they ain't played well the last couple months. They just stayed afloat. Mets also, but I think the Mets have played better. And that pitching staff, I think it's going to be too much for the Padres. I think they go ahead and take them out in 2 games. Philly and St. Louis. I'm going to give the Phillies some respect. I think they will win a game, but I just think the Cardinals, to me, also played great baseball in the second half. I think it carries over, but I think this one might go 3 games, but I think the Cardinals survive. So with that being said, our next, the ALDS looks like this. You got Toronto at Houston. Houston's the 1 seed, Toronto the 4th seed, Cleveland surviving and getting the New York Yankees. It's 3-2. And same with the National League. I think both higher seeds will win. Mets will move on. They will play the LA Dodgers. That's going to be a great series. Just looking at the pitching alone, that's going to be a real interesting series if it happens. And St. Louis at my Atlanta Braves. Alright, so let's move on to the NLDS. This is the best of 5 now. I'm going to go ahead and start it. I'm going to go to the National League first because both of these series is tough. St. Louis at my Braves. I think my Braves will beat them. I think it's going to be tough. Like I said, I'm kind of afraid of them. I think they might push us to 4-5. But I'm going to say we beat them in 4 games. With the rest that we're going to get, I think we could get our pitching staff ready. Our guys could be ready. So I think we'll have advantage there. And it'll help us win in 4 games. And Mets at Dodgers. I just don't see the Dodgers losing in this round. I think the Mets are capable with the deep pitching staff. But I just think the Mets still don't score consistently just enough yet to me. And I think that's going to hurt them in this series. This could go to 4-5. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. But I think this only go 4 games as well. So I got the Dodgers and the Braves rematch. Last year's NLCS. American League, Cleveland at New York Yankees. I think the Yankees make quick work of the Indians. I think this might go 4. I'm gonna give the Indians some respect. I don't think it'll be a sweep. I think that is at 4. Now this is the upset to me. Well, it'll be an upset this year, but I had Toronto get into the World Series. So, and that ain't honestly, that ain't the reason why. I just think the Blue Jays, it's just too deep. Houston a deep team too, but I just think I got the upset here. I think this might go to 4-5 though. Now, Houston pitching staff is kind of deep too. With Verlander, he can win a series by himself, and that's the Blue Jays to me somewhat of a weakness. I mean, they got some decent starters, but I think overall they pitching is average, so that might hurt them. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick the upset. I think the Blue Jays win. And I think it'll go to 4-5. So the ALCS, I got Toronto Blue Jays against the division rival, the New York Yankees. All right, so let's go to let's stay in the AL. Let's go to the ALCS. Yankees, Blue Jays. I think this will go possibly to 4-7, but I got the upset again. I got the wild card Blue Jays making it all the way to the World Series. I just think, like I said, just like they group, Vlad Guerrero, Bo Bichette has had a monster year, and then guys stepping in like Tapia and Matt Chapman. Just that whole team is deep, and I think that'll hurt the Yankees. I think the Yankees, to me, I ain't like the way they played either, but I just think they're gonna beat Cleveland just because they're more talented. But I think the Blue Jays will play overall better baseball, and their pitching staff is just as good to me as the Yankees. Really, Garrett Cole haven't had his greatest year. So I got the Blue Jays upsetting. I got them making it to the World Series. Dodgers at Braves. Now I picked the Dodgers to go to the World Series, and I know it's hard to repeat in baseball, but I'm a Braves fan. I'm going with my heart here. I think my Braves do it again. I think they beat them again. I think it's an epic 7-game series, and I think my Braves pull it out, win it in LA, get back to the World Series again. So I got the Blue Jays and the Atlanta Braves in the World Series. Now, like I said, if you're a baseball fan, well, going back to what I said, 92, Joe Carter walk-off, maybe they'll see it's the Phillies. But they beat my Braves the year before, I think the next year or the year before. So this is revenge. So my Braves will go back-to-back. I'm going ahead and put my heart into it. It's going to be tough. The National League tough. Like I said, the St. Louis series is going to be tough. That's why I'm worried about the Dodgers. I don't know if they'll get past them, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with my heart here. I think my Braves go back-to-back, be the first team to go back-to-back since the 2000 Yankees, when they won 3 straight. I think they do it. You know, I think my Braves do it. I'm going to rep them all day long. Been a Braves fan. My first sports team I ever loved. I couldn't go against them, so I'm gonna go with my Braves to do it. I think they're capable of doing it. Now I'm not. It's hard, but I think the Braves definitely got a chance. I think they actually been playing better baseball than the Dodgers. On the slow. Now the Dodgers, you know, they had their monster year, ran away with the division, ran away with everything. A lot of guys, bumps and bruises. They went through a lot of turmoil, so it's hard. Like I wouldn't blame anybody for picking the Dodgers. It's an easy pick, but. I'm gonna go with my Braves, man. I think they get there. I think they beat the Blue Jays. I think they just a little bit better than the Blue Jays. I think they beat them in 6 games and become back-to-back champions. My Braves will do it again. You heard it here first. So, and that's my predictions, man. Like I said, I don't got a lot of baseball fans here, but I've been a Braves fan for so long. But if you're not a baseball fan, I recommend you watch the playoffs. It's so much more intense, so much different. Every pitch means something to keep you on your toes. Playoff baseball is definitely better than any regular season game. So I recommend you, if you just want to get a little taste of baseball. I know, like I said, I don't know a lot of baseball fans, but watch the baseball playoffs. That'll definitely draw you in the emotion. The tense of every pitch, like it's just a different feel. So I definitely recommend you watch some playoff baseball. With that being said, this is a short video. It wasn't gonna be long. I know, like I said, I don't have a lot of baseball fans here, but I'm still gonna post this video, get it ready for you guys, post it up. But yeah, I think my Braves do it. I think they go back to back. I think they win it, and do it for the first time since 2000 Yankees, who won 3 straight during that pretty much golden era for me, as far as I know, since I've been alive. So I think they only won one World Series since then. That was 2009. There's a lot of expectation on them. That's why I think they're gonna fall. You can pretty much argue for Houston. Houston has had another good year. The Astros, and like I said, their pitching staff is probably the best in the American League. That's probably why they wound up winning the American League, 1 seed. Yeah, only team I think I'd be really surprised to make a deep run is Seattle and Cleveland, because I just think they ain't deep enough. Tampa too. I think Tampa just got a ceiling, and I think that's the issue. Really, the 3 top teams to me is Houston, New York Yankees, and Toronto. Even though Toronto's the 4th seed, but I think they declare you the 3 top teams. National League, like I said, you can make an argument for all these teams. Maybe except for said, I'd be surprised about the Padres, but how deep the Mets pitching staff is, they can go far. I'll be a little bit surprised about Philly too, but they played well all year. Well, just the second half. St. Louis, like I said, they deep all over the place. Like I said, that's my sleeper there. The Dodgers is the Dodgers, and my Braves is the Braves. But pretty much, except for San Diego and Philly, I wouldn't be surprised if any of these other teams make it out. But I'm going with my Braves, and I'm going with them to beat the Toronto Blue Jays in the World Series. Alright, so that will end this video. Like I said, it wasn't that long. Appreciate you guys so much for the support. I pushed this video up on the channel. We'll still do our regular blog on Saturday, so look out for that. Sports weekend this weekend, so MLB The Show and Madden. I did post some a 2K video. I might do another one today. So look out for all that. So just what else coming up on the channel? Modern Warfare 2 is coming, Call of Duty, in basically 2 weeks. So I'm gonna go ahead and pre-order it. We're gonna do a special live that night. I know my man Don Parker, he'll be on with me, my brother. We're gonna go live. I don't know if you'll be able to hear his voice, just like last night on the Twitch live. And we're going live tonight. I just reminded myself, right here on YouTube tonight, Sonic Origins Story Mode. We're gonna finish that off. It will be our regular 9:30 time, because I thought I was going to redo this recording that night, but I was like, I'll get it out the way because I knew it wouldn't be long. Alright, so there's my baseball predictions. That's what's coming up on the Silentsports and Gaming channel. So and one more thing, you know, I'm a modest guy and I really ain't bringing it up that much, but today's my birthday. So thank you to all people who are already giving me love on Facebook so far. And I'm still be live tonight, so and I still gotta work tonight, so none of that's changed. But I'm grateful to live another year. I'm just not a real big birthday celebration guy or holiday guy. I just take it day by day. So I'm grateful for it, and thank you for all the love, everyone who's reached out to me so far. But it's still early. It's only 9 o'clock Eastern, so we're expecting some more love. So I appreciate you guys so much, trust me, and I appreciate you guys supporting me. So definitely don't get that twisted at all. So yep, I'm 39 today, so I'll be on live later on tonight. We'll talk more about that. I'll give more shout outs as the day go on. You guys enjoy your day, stay safe. Peace and love, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this Silentsports video blog special MLB playoff preview. My Braves will win the World Series again. I'm Troy Westhead. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys later. Peace and love.